graders. So today our lesson is Eureka Module 1, Lesson 1. And our lesson objective today is we will practice making a 10 and we will also be practicing adding to 10. So before we begin, there are some words that you need to know. The first word is sum, and a sum is the answer to an addition problem. The next word you need to know is difference, and the difference is the answer to a subtraction problem. And then finally, we have the word equal, and equal means being the same. A lot of times people think the word equal means an answer, like they go 2 plus 1 equals 3, and they think that equals is an answer. But I want you to take a look at this little picture that we have here on top. Do you see this picture right here? Well, these are seesaws, and you can see that this seesaw is tilting in one direction and this seesaw is tilting in another direction. This seesaw right here is balanced. It is equal. That means that there is the same amount of weight on this side as this side. And on this one, you can see that one side has more and this side probably has more too. So when you think of equals, always think of it as a balance. Both sides have to be the same. All right, let's talk about making 10s. This is just kind of a review. So this is a 10 frame, and you can see that we have 5 dots on there. How many more dots do we need to make a 10? Well, I have that 5, so I'm going to go ahead and add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I'm going to make a number sentence for that, my number sentence would be 5 plus 5 equals 10. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the other one. What goes with 7 to make 10? Well, you can see I have 7 dots, and how many more do I need to make 10? 1, 2, 3. So if I'm going to make a number sentence for that, I can write 7 plus 3 equals 10. And let's go ahead and take a look at our rainbow numbers. Now, rainbow numbers, remember, this is different ways to make 10s. You just follow the number on the rainbow. So let's go ahead and look at 0 and 10. So I have a 0 and 10, and if I'm going to make a number sentence, I can just make it right here, and I would say 0 plus 10 equals 10. Now I can also do 10 plus 0 equals 10. I can make my line go that way. And that's one awesome thing about addition is that you can add in any order. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the next one. I have 1 plus 9 equals 10. So 1 plus 9 equals 10. If I wanted to, I can also write 9 plus 1 equals 10. And you can see that's another way to make 10. Let's go ahead and follow the yellow line. 2 plus 8 equals 10. So I'm going to go ahead and write that here. 2 plus 8 equals 10. And then let's go ahead and look at the green line right here. 3 plus 7 equals 10. And then we have our blue line right here. 4 plus 6 equals 10. So I'm going to go ahead and write that right there. And then finally we have our purple line right here on the bottom, and it's a 5 and a 5. So 5 plus 5 equals 10. So those are our rainbow facts to 10, and those are facts that I always like to say that we should know by heart, because those are just really important facts to know, and they will help us with our math later on. So let's go ahead and talk about number bonds. Now right here it says solve, draw a number bond for each set. So here I have 3 plus 7. You're probably wondering, what is a number bond? So a number bond looks like this. I have a circle like that, and then I draw my 2 lines out, and I have a circle and a circle. The 2 bottom circles are the parts. Now we know that we're making a 10 today, so I'm going to make my whole a 10. So my parts are these numbers right here, the 3 and the 7. So I'm going to go ahead and say part, and whole. Again, part, whole. 3 plus 7 equals 10. So I'm going to go ahead and write my answer right here. 3 plus 7 equals 10. Now the great thing about addition is that you can add in any order. Look what happens to the 3 and the 7. You can see they kind of crisscross a little bit because you can add numbers in any order and you will have the same answer. So 7 plus 3 also equals 10. Now we're going to move to subtraction. So what is the difference between 10 and 7? So 10 take away 7. Let's see, I'm going to look at my number bond. 10 take away 7 equals 3. So I'm going to go ahead and write that 3 right here. Now, a number bond is like a fact family that you probably learned about in first grade. And when you have a number bond or a fact family, no other numbers can come in the middle of that. You have to make sure that you have the same 3 numbers, a 10, a 3, and a 7. And then if you have another bond, those numbers also have to stay the same. So let's go ahead and look right here. We have 10 take away 3, and that equals 7. So we're going to go ahead and put that in right there. And there's our first number bond of the day. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the next one right here. Now, sometimes they try to get us confused a little bit. And instead of putting the 10 on the opposite side like we're used to seeing it, they put it first and then they put the equal sign. Remember, I always tell my class equal schmequal. It doesn't matter what side it's on. As long as both sides are balanced, then that means that you can put the equal sign anywhere. So I have a 10 equals 7 plus, ooh, well, you know what? On this slide over here, when I went back this way, look at that. I know how to make 10 with a 7. So let's go ahead and look right there. I'm going to make my number bond again. So I have a 10, and then I'm going to put a 7 and a 3 because that's my number bond. So 10 equals 7 plus, and I'm going to get my number from right here, 3. Now let's look at the next one. 10 equals 3 plus, well, I know that I can add in any order. So I know that 3 plus 7 equals 10. Now let's go ahead and go down here because these are some facts that we haven't worked with. And these are 2 different ones. These would be 2 different bonds, not the same one. So I have 10 in my whole, and then I have part. I have a 5. So 10 equals 5 plus, So what number goes right here in my number bond? Well, if I remember my rainbow facts, I remember that purple line on the bottom where it was 5 plus 5. So I know that it is 5 plus 5 that equals 10. So let's go ahead and look at this last one right here. I have a 10, and then I have a part and a part. So I have 2. How do I get the other part? Well, I know that 2 plus 8 equals 10. So I'm going to go ahead and put that there. Now, do you have to draw number bonds every time? No, but number bonds are a way to help you understand that they're together, they're bonded, and they are a family. All right, so that's what we're doing for making a 10, and we will practice that soon. But what happens if we need to add on to 10, okay? Now, I'm going to go ahead and circle our number 10 right here. I'm going to go ahead and just circle our 10 with yellow right there. Now, we can add on to 10 really easily, but we're going to kind of stick around in these numbers right here in this row, okay? And those numbers are kind of hard because they're just strange numbers. Like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And then when you get to 20, you get to say 21. 22. And you kind of get to repeat this pattern up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again. But these numbers can be a little tricky. So whenever I think of these numbers, I always like to say 10 and 1, 10 and 2, 10 and 3, 10 and 4. So go ahead and say that with me. And I'm going to go ahead and put a dot every time we say. We're going to say 10 and 1, and 10 and 2, 10 and 3, 10 and 4, 10 and 5, 10 and 6, 10 and 7, 10 and 8, 10 and 9. So those are going to be the numbers that we focus on, all the way to 19. So let's go ahead and look at some examples right here. Let's add on to 10. Now, I'm looking at this thing right here, and I know that that is a 10. We've been learning that since kindergarten and first grade, that this is a 10. Now I'm going to add 3 more onto this. So I can make a bond if I want to, but remember on this one, since we're working with 10, it's not going to be a 10 on the top. The top is all of these together. So right here, I have a 10. So 10 is now in my part. And then I have 3 right here. So 10 and 3 equals 13. Okay, let's look at the next one. Let's add on to 10. I know I have 10. I'm going to make another number bond right here. And I don't have to count every single one of those squares because I just know that's 10. So let's see how many ones we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 10 and 6 is 16. Okay, and then let's do one more. And I have a 10, so I know that's my part. And then I have one more. So 10 and 1 is 11. So anyways, let's go ahead and let's practice. Let's take a sneak peek at your seesaw activity that we have here. And this is what your seesaw activity looks like. You have some number bonds. I'm going to walk you through this one, and then you're going to have to do a slide on your own. So we talked about this number bond a lot today. 7 plus 3 equals 10. So let's go ahead, and I switched it up on you. I did 10 equals 7 plus 3. So I'm going to click right here in my, remember I got to select my hand tool. I'm going to go ahead and click right here, and I'm going to put a 3. Okay, 10 equals 3 plus, remember we can add in any order, so it is a 7. Remember, I'm only using numbers in my bond. I use the 10, the 3, and the 7. Okay, here I have 7. Now I'm finding the difference instead of the sum. So 10 take away equals 7. Do you think it's 10 take away 7 equals 7? Definitely not. That does not make sense. So I have to use the other number in my bond. 10 take away 3 equals 7. And then I have 3 equals 10 take away 7. And there you go. Let's go ahead and fill out this bond. This is old-fashioned addition. Our number sentences are in order the way that you're used to. 2 plus 8, let's look at our bond. 2 plus 8 equals 10. And then we have 8 plus 2 equals 10. And then we have 10 take away 8 equals 2. And then 10 take away 2 equals 8. So now that I've done this slide for you, you're going to do it also on your own on Seesaw. And then you're going to do this one all by yourself. You're going to work with 9 plus 1 equals 10 and 6 plus 4 equals 10. This one is where we have the equal sign on another side. So you've got this. You can do it. Now, we're going to practice adding on to 10. We're going to find the sum, and we're going to find the addend. So 10 and 3 equals 10, 11, 12, 13. Now let's look at this number because I took this number out and I gave you the answer. So you've got to find the part. So 10 plus what equals 15? All together they equal 15, but right here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10 and 5 equal 15. So we're going to go to the next slide. I'm not going to do this one for you. I want you to do it on your own. And then we have some worksheets that we're going to work on together. And that's it. I hope you guys have a great day and stay happy and healthy, second graders. Bye.